College Football. I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Ready to fire from the pistol. Power football with the run. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll throw on 3rd down. The sure hands, it's Coleman. Slips a tackle and he's got room. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
We always talk about yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple 1st. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Got a man. It's Singleton. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. He unleashed that one. Some serious spin rates, some revolutions on that one.
You want to talk about velocity? How about the arm talent this kid has? I love watching him throw these curl routes. He's in rhythm, he takes his steps, and man, when he decides to pull the trigger, watch out.
He'll pull it on the read. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being at Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball security.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. What a disappointment. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Looking deep down the right side. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, the offense is trying to throw for it in their own end on third down, and quarterback receiver not quite on the same page, and they're lucky because that was almost picked off.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Give the defense credit. They had the perfect play call on for that bubble screen. There were defenders surrounding the ball carrier. He had absolutely nowhere to go, and they generate a huge negative play.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks, it's Simmons. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many.
Looking for a deep man. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in third and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
Kick is in the air. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes that Alabama offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve, and we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years, and it's not just run, it's not just eat clock, it is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Nice move to pick up yardage. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Looks Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
Now, he does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Jukes his way for more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see they're starting to get pretty comfortable.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Snap it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown Tide! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Handoff from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Toss sweep to the left. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Bernard. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense, first and goal from the 7.
Third down and short is exactly what you want on offense because you can run the football, make the defense suck up, but you can also throw it. Nice execution, third and short, now set up in a first and goal situation.
Working that left side now. Touchdown, Bama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmaker, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Looking for room, it's Cobb. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. They'll try to pop the draw. Almost got to the sticks on 3rd down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Auburn sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Hauls it in at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Man, they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man, it's Williams. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Dumps it to the back. Grabbed over the middle, it's Miller. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. In this defense right now, they have no answers.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down, first down, first down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, they just can't find any answers.
This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want...
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. The field goal is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game. It's still a 14-point lead, guys. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Finds his man, it's Coleman. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Slings it downfield. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bernard. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
This offense has become a first down machine, and that is so demoralizing for the defense, especially for those star players that are playing tons of snaps. They're not subbing out as much. By the 4th quarter, they're going to be gassed.
Caught in the backfield, it's Young. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama!
Now, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Got it in the middle, it's Cobb. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Auburn sends out the punting unit. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Looking to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Cuevas. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
From the gun, the running back has it. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Cuevas.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not. And if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him? Or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice...
He's going for the goal line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They're on the left hash. You'll have no trouble with the distance, but that angle may give him an issue. It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So they get the late field goal right before the half and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cobb. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set here in the second half as Auburn about to kick it off. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pulls it in. It's Bernard. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He'll keep it himself. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And, man, nobody home on defense. We've got to understand the option starts with the quarterback. Somebody has to have that guy. The defense blows an assignment, and the quarterback takes advantage and makes the big play down the field.
Alabama just did work on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to it. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Got it in the middle, it's Miller. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Off the play fake. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Touch pass on the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
A nice job by the defense with the edges. They try the touch pass on 1st and goal. Nice job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the good tackle, forcing 2nd down and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They just keep firing. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Singleton. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The play action fake. Catch in the middle, it's Simmons. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Back has it. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Looking down the middle. Oh, he can't hang on. And those arms might have favored an alligator there. And it'll be 3rd down.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. Little missed opportunity there for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. He's got the back in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Breaks into the open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking to throw at Simpson. Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Quarterback on the keeper. He's in open space downfield. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
Off play action on first down. That's reeled in. It's Miller. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Snagged in the middle. It's Cuevas. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Adams. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Rushes on him. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeps it on the draw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown tie! The tide is rolling as Alabama starts to pull away from Auburn.
Yeah, and Alabama handling the moment. Obviously, we know they got great players, great tradition, but handling the moment in the Iron Bowl, big stage, a lot of hatred, doing a great job of handling all of that, Palmer.
And Alabama knew coming into this game, you just throw the records out when you're playing your in-state rival, Auburn. What matters is what you do on the field when that first whistle blows. And Alabama simply, in all 3 phases of the game, they've been better.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So it's an 80-yard drive, and it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Grabbed over the middle. It's Simmons. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Simmons. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Coleman. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Coleman. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Wants to keep it in the air. Got it in the middle. It's Coleman. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Singleton. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Coleman. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He's looking to pass. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Auburn! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. They go 83 yards on the drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Pulls it, fired complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. Oh, he wants it all. Brings it down on the right side. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy: just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield.
Well, I like the idea on offense of trying to get this quarterback involved in the running game. You do it conventionally on design plays, and now you try the option. There just wasn't anywhere for him to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Here's the pressure. Pulls it in, it's Miller. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Bernard. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They've got it at the 30.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's Williams.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. An 84-yard drive there, and it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Auburn offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
The short hands, it's Frazier. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers! Safe to say the offense could have used a few more plays like that earlier in the game.
Too little, too late. At least you got something going. You got some kind of rhythm. The offense put some points up. But, man, if they'd have started a little bit better, they might have had a chance to be a little bit more in this ballgame.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of the big play, covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Simpson. Grab near the marker, it's Horton. Turning it on! They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give and tick, 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 tick. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They'll ride the hot hand. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
And they say a quarterback's best friend is a good run game and a good running back. I think he agrees. Over 150 yards on the day. I don't even think I need a quarterback the way he's been running the football all game long.
The give is to Miller. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The latest edition of this in-state passion play is bathed in crimson as Alabama rolls to victory over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.